don't know about you, but I'm ready to get this episode started. Welcome to the Battleground Podcast. My tag team partner, Eli's with me. Dude.
Hello.
Are you ready? Because we have another tag team joining us on the show today.
Yeah, we've wanted these guys for a while. When they were incarcerated up north, it was harder to get them on the horn. So now
Very hard.
Free, we get a little chat with them. So that's awesome.
And let's welcome to the Good Brothers to the show. Guys, what's up?
What up? Look at that,
brothers. Shit. Thanks for having us. We are not incarcerated anymore. We just lost the big
Thank
LG.
goodness.
There we go. He's coming back. But now we are free. We are free, clear, and happy and ready to talk, brothers. What's up?
Man, and I gotta say, watching the stuff you guys are doing in Impact and being able to do Shop A Mania, you can tell you guys are having fun. Whereas before, there wasn't much that you can kind of, do.
100.
Yeah. Talking Shop A Mania was, it was one of the funnest things I'd ever done or been involved with. I mean, it was just like, and then watching it and hearing the reactions of people just losing their minds, laughing, like that's the kind of shit that we love to do. That kind of stuff. We love to entertain. We love to have fun. And part 2 is coming out November the 13th. Like we just filmed a little bit last night. It's so big that it's going to be filmed in 2 different locations, and filming for the other place starts pretty soon, and we'll have that shit in the can. And November the 13th, talking Shop A Mania 2, the rise of the cock torturer.
That is the greatest thing in the world. And you mentioned that you're kind of filming, a little bit more of this. So is there any room that maybe me and Eli could jump in the Talking Shop A Mania 2? I know you sent out a tweet earlier that there's a new faction coming out.
There's a new faction coming out, so be prepared for that.
And they said they're on their way. It's really enticing when you build up a faction by saying there's a new faction coming. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it reminds me of a new faction that just started.
Oh yeah, we've talked about that on this show, and there's some interesting stuff that we've had our opinions on, but we'll save that for a different time.
We'll show you 13th.
Nice.
That is great.
That's the day before my birthday, so that'll be easy to remember.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Don't worry. If you follow us at all, you'll hear a whole lot about November the 13th. You'll probably fucking hate November the 13th by the time we get there.
I'm telling you guys, if you do not follow Gallows and Machine Gun, you've got to follow him. I follow him, and I was pretty stoked because I got a follow back from both of you guys, and I sent Eli a thing saying, "Dude, I got to follow back finally."
There you go. See?
I was super stoked for that. So
you can follow me for because if I catch a little wine buzz, I'm gonna just tweet something out and wake up and go, "Oh fuck, why did I do that?"
So something I kind of want to talk about real quick before we jump in the interview. I know today's kind of a very sad day for wrestling, and you guys are a part of a tag team, and of course we lost Road Warrior Animal today. What did he and Hawk and the Legion of Doom mean to you guys?
They were my first favorite tag team that I saw as a kid, and that's why I fell in love with professional wrestling. It's just I used to hear people say the pageantry of it and stuff, but you got these jacked up, huge mohawk guys with face paint on, spikes on their shoulders, and they're just yoking people all over the place. And it's magical when you're a kid, and that stuck with us. Even a little bit to Animal's chagrin later on, I wore the paint, and we had spikes and stuff at different times because, they were cool. We grew up loving them and the Rock and Roll Express, and we're tag team guys at heart. It's a huge loss for the wrestling business to lose Hawk so early, and then I think Animal almost even more of a surprise, only being 60 years old. So thoughts and prayers to the Lord and family on that one. It's a rough day for the entire business.
Yeah, I just tweeted out earlier. I just said I remember I was 5 years old, and I think I got in trouble or something at home, and my dad had said because I was going to the Omni to watch the NWA, and he said, "Listen, you're not gonna be able to see the Road Warriors if you don't do something right." I remember going, "Oh my god, I got to see the Road Warriors, dude! I got to see the Road Warriors." And so, they're just such massive superstars to us that paved the way for brothers like us to do what we do. And sad day for when it's just been easy, and it's just I feel bad for the family.
Yeah, and they were trailblazers in respect of like they wrestled everywhere. I mean, Japan, Mexico, NWA, AWA, WWF. I mean, they just wanted to
100%.
beat people up, and I think especially like you guys, I mean, they're willing to go everywhere just to fight the best talent,
Yeah.
That's the name of the game, and that's a trailblazing thing too. I can't think of anybody else who ever did that other than like Bruiser Brody, and he didn't ever have the big WWF run like the Road Warriors did when they eventually came over. So it's a historic of professional wrestling, for sure, man. They let their imprint will never be forgotten.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, we'll kind of dive in. We kind of purposely wanted to avoid a lot of WWE stuff. Obviously, I'm sure you guys are over it and, on to greener pastures and all that stuff. We had one kind of question about it, and then we'll get into the current stuff. So you guys were involved with the, as of now, last official match of The Undertaker with AJ Styles. Pretty much universal acclaim. I mean, I don't know what people are expecting, but I mean, just across the board, just A pluses, and and then not long after that, you guys find yourself out of the company. Were you surprised by the move, considering that the match was such a big hit, or was there kind of writing on the wall, or what's your opinion on that?
Surprised us. We found out later that we weren't on the list to be let go, and then that changed because of the politics inside of the company. But I'll let Karl speak on his feelings, but I'm not a rearview mirror guy. I got the call, and 5 minutes later, we were booked in Spain. That's just how it's wrestling. That's how it goes. We put lots of big ass houses during that run that we love. So,
yeah, we didn't get to go to Spain because of COVID, but Gallows had us booked like in Spain and Peru or something 5 minutes after getting fired. But yeah, it caught us by surprise, man. I thought we had a good rapport. Triple H called me every single day or texted me every day. We were texting daily about staying, and and all we cared about was we just want to be wanted. If you want us, great. If you don't want us, we'll go somewhere else because there's other places that want us. Mm-hmm. And they made a lot of promises and said that they wanted us, and so we stayed. So yeah, it surprised us, but now whatever you believe in, fuck, man, I am the happiness that is flowing through my body right now is I haven't felt it like this since my Japan days, or even with those big ass checks that were coming in. I'm happier now because the checks are still big, but I'm happy to be away from there and to be able to have fun and go to Gallows' house or go to Gallows' independent promotion this Friday and watch him fill up an envelope really, really fat and hand it to me with cash, cold hard cash.
And you talk about being happy, and that's the great thing is like you can genuinely see you guys on Impact and you're happy. You can see the Talking Shop A Mania. You can even hear it on your guys' podcast, which we've now completed the trifecta of the Talking Shop podcast because earlier in the year we had Rocky on, so now we got you guys on, so we've completed the trifecta right there.
Oh, that's good. You had a little minion on, so you probably the numbers probably didn't draw as well as they will with us on now. But.
Well, the little guys don't draw, right?
No.
Yeah.
The what are they called? Yeah, exactly. The vanilla little people.
Yeah, I was like, is he about to say that? Is he okay?
No.
So, as the hottest tag team free agents, you could have went anywhere. And of course, the dirt sheets ring out. You're going to go here. You're going to show up here. Speculations of so many places you're going to show up. What is it about Impact's tag division that made you decide to return to the company?
I've said this a lot.
Stacked for one.
Yeah.
And two, we had some insight on some of the other people that were coming in because everybody was kind of negotiating all over the place. We had a lot of friends we knew that were headed that way. We started immediately trying to convince them to come that way whenever we knew we were going. I said this in an interview earlier, like Impact's been putting out great TV for the last 2 years. And it just, what happened at Slammiversary was a game changer because it took a great product and made it even better. If you haven't been watching Impact Wrestling, Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. on Access TV or live, free worldwide on the Twitch app, you're missing out, man. It's only going to get better. Bound for Glory, Saturday, October 24th is a hell of a pay-per-view. The card's shaping up to be awesome. And the tag team division is strong there. I mean, I see Motor City Machine Machine Guns. I see Dream Match. I see the North. Look at those guys, and there's new eyes on them now, and they should have been already worldwide over, and they're getting there. They held the titles for over a year, and then you got the young guys that are coming up, like Dez and Wentz, and singles division's rock solid, women's division's rock solid. It's a damn good show, and it's fun to be a part of it.
Yeah, Scott D'Amore reached out to us right away, man, and he came at us strong, and he said he wanted us, and he wanted us badly, and that Impact wanted us, and like that was, I mean, it was a pretty easy decision once we got, into the thick of things, and every day we text, AJ Styles and Randy Orton, and we tell them to come to Impact when their contracts are up. So we're trying to steal the whole wrestling world, brother.
Hey, that would be nuts if once that happens. It's going to. Out there. It's going to happen. Because, I mean, there's been many of times that we've seen as wrestling fans moments that are like, oh, my God, like this is it. Like, when we got to see it in the past and when it was you guys on screen and we thought, well, maybe the club's getting back together because you bring Finn in and then ball get dropped. But we're not living in the past. We're sticking to the future. And we're so happy to have you guys on the show with us today. So.
Hey, thanks for having us. We're excited to be here, and it's exciting to just be involved with Impact Wrestling and get new eyes on this product that some people might have stopped watching or for whatever reason, but now they can see it. If they were WWE fans and they didn't know us from Japan, if they just knew us from WWE, now they might say, "Oh, where are the Good Brothers? They're here." And so we get them to follow us to Impact. That's all we want, is to get as many eyes on Impact for as long as we can, because we want Impact to be considered to be up there with everybody else, which I think it is.
Yeah, I want it to be a packed house when I give my Impact Wrestling Hall of Fame speech in 15 years. So I don't have a lighthouse for that.
I mean, we're going to Impact Wrestling Hall of Fame, fucking WWE Hall of Fame. We're going to all the Hall of Fames for sure, because they're paydays, and we're going to get inducted in all of them.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, you guys mentioned the Motor City Machine Guns, who also returned around the same time you guys did. They were also successful in dethroning the North, who were the longest reigning Impact Tag Champions. Definitely, we are in our minds already kind of planting the seed for this battle. How do you prep for a team like that, who are kind of like you guys, arguably at the top of their game right now?
I think we just have to be us, and we have to. Those guys can go, but the cool thing is, we've been a team for 7 years now. We're both in the best shape of our entire careers, and you look at guys like Motor City Machine Guns and the Good Brothers, and you're looking at young veterans who are not past their prime. They're approaching and entering their prime. So I think you're going to see some of our best work yet when we get in the ring with them, and I personally can't wait for it to happen, to where we can go out there, have a good amount of time, and have a knockdown, drag out banger. And then, I got a mantle up here with my accolades all over it. I need an Impact Wrestling tag team title up there as well. And I know that Karl and I both would like to see some Impact Wrestling singles titles on our giant mantles.
Yeah, the Motor City Machine Guns are awesome. I've known them for a long time, and I'm glad they're back. And I think that just adds more, just more eyes back to the product, because like we want Impact to grow. And we want it to keep growing, and having teams like us and having teams like the Motor City Machine Guns there only helps that, and it's going to help even more eyes are going to be on it when AJ Styles and Randy Orton come too.
Great, yeah.
Yes.
And when the Motor City Machine Guns music hit at Slammiversary, because as a fan, that's like you said, those are moments that you wait for, and then whoa, there they are, they're here, they're back in the ring. That's crazy looking. What happens next? It's exciting.
Yeah. I last night, in between the action, Tommy Dreamer was on with Iceman, and he mentioned how Impact's kind of like where the Misfits go. And I didn't take it as, I didn't take it as like the rejects or anything. I took it as like people wanting to do something different. And I think Gallows said it, but I mean, about 2 to 3 years ago, Impact really turned a corner, and they're really kind of leaning into their brand of wrestling. It doesn't look like the other guys. It doesn't sound like the other guys. The angles are fresh. The matchups are fresh. The rosters are deep. And I just think there's a lot of potential right now. And like you guys said, I watch it on Twitch. I mean, it's just very simple. Just click it. Yeah. It's there. Their access. I mean, give it a shot on Tuesday nights. I mean, it's been one of our favorite shows. Battle and I actually were at, was it Slammiversary last year?
Yep,
Was
last year.
Last year it was in Nashville last year, and we went, and I mean, it blew the roof off. I mean, it had some of our best matches of the entire year, you know?
Yeah,
It's
there's people.
Yeah. And when it opens back up, man, and we talk to Scott D'Amore all the time because not only is he a boss, he's a friend, and we try to help out on that end as much as we can. But I've said this numerous times. I want Impact Wrestling to be the most interactive, fan-friendly wrestling promotion in the entire world. And we're having meetings talking about that and make that better. Like, we are just chomping at the bit to be in front of a big live audience again. And another thing too is the Impact Plus app. If you're not into that, I mean, $7.99 a month, you get every Impact Wrestling pay-per-view in history, plus all this new content that's coming out. You got the Victory special coming up on, I believe it's October 3rd. Eddie Edwards, the World Heavyweight Champion, Eric Young. And then all these guys that are in Impact, you say that want to do something different. You got Sami Callihan in the Midwest. You got Ethan Page up in Canada. You got me here in the Southeast producing great independent content. And a lot of that's either already available or becoming available on that Impact Plus app. I mean, it's outside, it's social distancing, but we got a jam-packed card this Saturday that I'm running here in Jackson, Georgia, the town that I live in. Like, Carl and I tagging together on I guess what you would call an independent show for the first time in over 5 years. Eric Young versus Chris Matt, Johnny Swinger coming in. We got a triple threat with Rocky Romero, Brian Myers, Heath. It's exciting stuff, man. There's a lot of great wrestling content out there. So do not sleep on Impact Wrestling. If you're not watching on Access TV on Tuesdays, like you said, the Twitch app is one click. It's simple. Even I can do it. And as you guys can tell, I can barely turn a laptop on. So,
and the cool thing about Impact Plus is, I remember the early days of Impact Wrestling when it was like NWA TNA. I was there at the first show, and I was there every Wednesday night at the fairgrounds. And I remember seeing the who's walk through there. I remember seeing, the AJ Samoa Joes, CM Punk starting there. Like, I remember, and it watching Impact Plus, the app, brings me back to those Wednesday nights.
It does.
Gallows and Hawkins watch it. Whenever we get together for the tapings, Gallows and Brian Myers go into Gallows' room, and they turn the old school
Candle of Fire.
Yeah.
Watching Impact.
And they turn the old school Impact pay-per-views on and watch them and get pumped up and get excited to see, because I mean, what a library they have, man. I mean, you got those. I mean, every name has come through this place,
Yeah,
but
it's crazy, and I love it. And we recently just had another tag team on, and you guys have kind of wrestled with them being FTR, and there's been some banter going on about a possible collaboration between, AEW and Impact, according to online blogs. Specifically, FTR kind of wanting, Motor City Machine Guns and telling their boss to call their boss. Would you guys be open to a cross-promo event like that, and who would be the first team you would want to face?
We're open to all of that. I think that FTR versus Motor City Machine Guns is high on that card, and I also think the Good Brothers versus the Young Bucks is high on that card. I think it's amazing, and I also think in the world of collaboration that world's open back up, there's nothing we're working harder on. Well, we're working hard on a million freaking things, which I'll plug later. New Japan Pro Wrestling and Impact Wrestling, that kind of collaboration, that kind of talent exchange, that kind of partnership would blow the roof off of everything. I wish we could all work together. AEW, Impact, New Japan. If that comes to fruition, you know who wins? Us as performers, and even more so you guys as fans, because we're the same way. I'm a wrestling fan. I want to see all those matches, man. It's great.
Yeah, we wrestled the we wrestled the FTR in Japan for WWE, but we wrestled him in Japan on a live event. Man, it was it was so hot, and the crowd was so hot, and it was so much fun because I wasn't always having fun there, but like when we got that chance to have that live event match in Tokyo too, in Ryogoku Sumo Hall, where I had some big ass fucking main events. And we both did. And then we had them going nuts with FTR in there. Like we went like 20, 25 minutes, and it was banging and it was badass. And so if we got to ever do something like that again, especially in a wide open Tokyo or Osaka, man, or just that Impact or somewhere where we can work together, it'd be awesome. Those are our boys too. So it'd be great.
They're our boys. We'll do it anywhere. We'd love to.
And that's what me and Eli have talked about. It's just like, imagine if you could get, like you guys said, Impact, AEW, New Japan, AAA, like one big, huge show, like Clash of the World Champions or something like that.
We're trying. Trust me.
I would, and I told Eli, I said, I don't care how much the pay-per-view would cost. I don't care where it would be. I would buy a ticket, a plane ticket, to make sure that I'm in the building for that thing.
I think we brought it all together, right? With Talking Shop Mania, we had Impact stars, we had independent stars, we had the Young Bucks on the damn thing. We had Scott D'Amore in there. Fuck, we're trailblazers, brother.
Right.
Hey, weird. I don't know if they were getting made fun of or not. We'll have to see what happens on Talking Shop Mania 2, Friday, November 13th at 10 p.m. on Worldwide Pay-Per-View and available on iPay-Per-View via the Pad app.
Well, there it is.
Speaking of that, let's kind of jump into that. Talking Shop A Mania. How did that come about? Was it just as simple as you guys sitting around drinking beer and then now it's a solid idea, or who all's involved with it, some of the past guests, and then also kind of explain to us, we've been seeing the gimmicks popping up and stuff. Is that a new project? Here's your time to plug whatever you guys want to plug.
Yeah, Talking Shop A Mania first, so I'll let him do that.
I don't know if the day we got released from the WWE, right? Gallows, man, I'll say we finally talked on the phone 3 or 4 or 5, 6 hours later, whenever it was, and he goes, "Listen, I'm going to run a pay-per-view in my backyard, and you can do it or not." And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? For one thing, you're crazy." Then he started talking about what his ideas he had for it, and I was like, "No, man, I ain't doing that shit." Then he started, then we brought Rocky in and was like, "Dude, we got to do this, we got to do that, we're gonna do this match." I'm going, "Man, this is kind of funny, man." Then we started collaborating, and we started throwing our creative brains together, and we thought, and we realized we were laughing as we're making this stupid pay-per-view, and we're laughing our asses off writing it. Then we're putting it together and we're laughing our asses off. So it was all Gallows. Gallows wrote the damn thing, and then we just came in and sprinkled genius on it. I think he wrote it the day we got fired too.
We're doing our own pay-per-views in my yard, but now we're putting together Talking Shop Mania 2. We shot some of it yesterday in LA. We're shooting the rest of it in the first week of October. And I mean, it is a star-studded cast of madness. Shit that you can't imagine going to flow out of our brains. It's ridiculous. I was prop shopping earlier. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's the second worst pay-per-view ever. It's still going to be available for $14.99. So you can't be too mad at us for that. Just laugh along with us and know not to take it too seriously and fucking enjoy yourself. That's what Talking Shop Mania is. It's made by wrestling fans who happen to be wrestlers for wrestling fans. So enjoy that shit. It's also the rise of the cock torturer.
Yeah. I think because the Talking Shop Mania 1 ended, right? And this guy with a hockey mask comes out and said, "Let the torture begin." And I don't think if you don't follow us, you don't know who the hell that guy is in the hockey mask. So you got to be a really old school Talking Shop fan. So we're going to tell this whole story of who that guy in the hockey mask is, because he's a character, and we just dropped a trailer about it, and it's just more insanity from our minds. But the gimmicks is it's a cartoon we have dropping. We teamed up with a company called Toonstar, and they're going to put together a Talking Shop based cartoon that's going to I think they dropped something Monday with a small bit, and then I think sometime in October is going to be the first full episode. So look for that too. It's going to be really, really fun. It's just more shit that we like to do. It's just fun because we can have, Chad Too Bad as a cartoon, Sex Ferguson as a cartoon, Rocky as a cartoon. I mean, it's just fun shit. Enzo, Lisa Ann, yeah.
Oh, I know. So
this isn't something I could watch with my 3-year-old then, right?
No. Not much you can do. Not much unless we're on Impact Television, you can have your 3-year-old watch us. But a lot of things we do are very R-rated and are 18 and over, and we kind of like to. That's kind of our comedy. It's kind of how we talk anyway. Because I didn't let my kids watch Talking Shop Mania. My kids were not allowed to watch that shit.
I mean, unless it's a really cool 3-year-old, and then maybe.
I mean, my 6-year-old might have snuck in during the Boner Yard match and.
I can imagine that conversation afterwards when they're asking you questions about, well, what happened there? You know, you have to have that awkward conversation of this is what was going on in the match kind of thing.
Yeah. I just didn't let them watch it. And that was it.
You just watch it when you're 18. You'll see it later down the road.
Yeah, you'll see it for you. It'll be great.
So where can we got the Good Brothers on with us? Where can people keep up with you online? Where's the best place?
Oh man, at Machine Gun KA across Twitter and Instagram for Karl, at _Big LG for Twitter and Instagram for me. You can follow the Home Mark Network on Facebook. You can get our merch at gallowsandanderson.com or over collarandelbowbrand.com, promo code HOOTS. All kinds of stuff from us and our alter egos out there, breakneckgear.com as well. Get yourself a Sex Ferguson captain's hat. Everybody's wearing them. But yeah, we got all kinds of cool stuff coming out. We got our beer dropping. We got our bourbon dropping. We got 2 wines coming out. Rate, listen, and subscribe to the worst podcast ever, Talking Shop. There's so much shit going on. We can't even remember all of it, which is a good thing. And that's why we love Impact. They are helping us co-promote all of that. And we are promoting them. It is our brand. It is our home. And all that.
And Bound for Glory, October 24th.
Man.
Live.
And
live.
Will your beer and bourbon and wine be available in Nashville, or do I have to like DM you guys to get like a secret stash somewhere?
Just DM us. We'll figure it out.
Drop date.
Well, it's a lot harder than we thought it would be. We've been working on this since April 15th.
Yeah, there's around. There's law about that shit. It's terrible.
Right.
In my mind, man, just pour some fucking wine in a bottle, put my face on it, and let's go. But it ain't. But
it's all you gotta do.
It is so much harder than that. So like, I almost want to stop promoting it because we keep talking about it. I was like, where can I get it? And now we just look like lying assholes. You know?
Yeah.
Man, I gotta say, it has been an honor to have the Good Brothers on the show today with us. Thank you so much for taking the time out, and we'll have to get you once everything is back to normal. We'll get you in studio.
Can't wait, dude. That'll be great. Please. Thanks for having us, man.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.